Sri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Gurukulam. Free online classes in science. How are you all? Fine? Very good. Come on, sit straight. Give a smiling face. Get your pen and book ready. We are coming to a last part of a very interesting chapter. Combustion and flame. Is it not? And let us just recall what we have studied earlier. For combustion to take place, three things: fuel, air and heat are required. Correct? Suppose you want to burn a candle, means candle is called fuel, and then you want heat. How do you get heat for that? That you just burning matchstick you bring near it, that gives heat, and there will be oxygen around in the atmosphere. With the help of these three, candle will burn. So any combustion for that matter, with the help of these three will burn. There are three kinds of combustions. One is called rapid combustion, and another one is spontaneous combustion, explosion. There are the three kinds which you have studied in the previous class. Also, we have seen in a flame, especially there are three zones. One is called dark zone, where the wick now, that wick will be black in color, that is called dark zone. Another is called luminous zone, and last one is called non-luminous zone. That are three zones that are present, and let us see them home assignments now. First question: draw a neat diagram of a candle flame and label the parts. How many have done it? Okay, majority have done it. Some have not done. Come on, try. It's a very interesting one. Very simple also. Just draw a candle made up of wax, and there will be a wick here, correct? So you are burning it. So when a candle is burnt, what do you see? So this is the wax candle parts. This is the least hot region, the black substance here. Moderately hot, yellow substance. Hottest part, blue color, and that is called outer zone. Complete combustion takes place here in the blue color. The middle zone, partial combustion. Innermost zone, unburnt wax vapors. So these are the different parts. Have you done it? Okay. It's a very interesting question. And now one more question. Which of the following forms a flame? So all substances will not form a flame, correct? Suppose you burn a paper, will you get flame? No. You burn a sugar, you won't get. Is it not? If you burn a camphor, you won't get flame. So let us see what will get flame. So these are the things given: candle, magnesium, kerosene stove are the substances which gives flames while burning. And candle and stove will have wick in it. And magnesium, there are also ribbon, what you call it. Correct? So these are the answers for the home assignment. Let us see today's topic. This is about different kinds of fuels. What do you mean fuel? Fuel is a substance which gives fire on burning. And there are three types or three states of matter called solid fuels, liquid fuels, gaseous fuels. So here is some examples of fuels. Can you see this? Come on, look here. Petrol, diesel or kerosene, etc. What type of fuel are they? Liquid fuel. LPG is gas cylinder. It is a gaseous fuel. Wood, of course, you take only dry wood, not wet wood. Correct? If you take wet wood, what happens? Flame will not come. This is kerosene, and that is a liquid. And one care should be taken that all these lids should be tightly put. Why you must put tightly? Because they are inflammable, catches fire quickly. And this is coal, it is a solid fuel. I think all of you can see it, correct? For those who can't see, I am just moving off. So this is coal, C-O-A-L. You have heard about coal mines. India is rich in coal. So this is solid fuel, these two are liquid fuels, and this is a gaseous fuel. And why it is kept in strong cylinders made up of steel? Why? Because it catches fire quickly, should be very safe. Okay, this also is solid fuel, correct? And in some of the villages they use firewood only. Even coconut, the skin of that, they use it for burning, for getting hot water and all. So these are some of the fuels. Fuels are substances that undergo combustion. A fuel may be in a solid form, a liquid form or a gaseous form, which we have discussed just now. So what is the nature of a good fuel? We call it as good fuel, but not ideal fuel. It is a good fuel. So what is the nature? First is they should be readily available. A fuel is called a good fuel when it is readily available. In your class also, maybe boys or girls, is a good student, we say. Ideal student, we say. What is the nature of a good student? Come on, he will be punctual to the classes. He or she will be obedient to elders. He will be doing the duties promptly. He will be friendly to all. Correct? Correct? Like that, go on listing out. Be an example to others. How many want to become good boys or good girls? Okay. So try to develop that good nature, good behaviors. Okay. Now let us see about the ideal fuel. Readily available. It should be cheap also. Suppose you take tons together and heat it. No use. It should be cheap and best. And what else? It should burn easily in air at a moderate rate. Okay? It should not burn off quickly, then of no use. For example, camphor. It burns off quickly. Then a few minutes it will burn off. Not of much use. Only for puja they use it. But it will not be a good fuel. And what else? Produces a large amount of heat. The main purpose, no. Burning a fuel is necessary because we want the heat. Should give good heat also. Is it not? For example, if you take a wet wood, it will not give good heat. It may burn slowly. But if a dry wood is taken, it burns off very nicely, giving a good amount of heat. Is it not? Does not leave behind any undesirable residues. So it should not give out any residues. Okay. So this is the characteristics of good or ideal fuels. Now let us list out some of the examples for fuels. Solid fuel, one is coal. Can you tell some more? Yes, you have charcoal. Note down. Note down. Charcoal is a solid fuel. Anything else? Yes, dry wood, not wet wood. Dry wood is a good solid fuel. Coming to liquid fuels, yeah, kerosene, come on. Very famous one is petrol. Then you have diesel. These are called liquid fuels. Coming to gaseous fuels, you have natural gas. And one more is LPG gas. What is LPG? Liquid petroleum gas. Do you know what is inside it? Yes? There is a chemical called butane, C4H10. It will be there in liquid form. So when the tap is opened, it forms gaseous. That is why you call it as LPG gas. And one more that is used in villages, especially you have gobar gas. Gobar gas. Like that, you go on listing out. So many else also is there. This is some of the famous one. Different kinds of gases or fuels. Now we will come to what is called as fuel efficiency. So, for example, you can say who is the brightest boy or a girl in the class. What do? They conduct a test or exams. And in that test you have to write well. You should score a very good mark. Then we call it as a efficient student, proficient student, bright student we call. Correct? So also in fuels you have called fuel efficiency, measured in terms of calorific value. What is calorific value? Important definition, please note down. Calorific value is the amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kg of a fuel. If you take 1 kg of petrol for example and heat it, the amount of heat given by that petrol is called as calorific value. Similarly, 1 kg of diesel, 1 kg of LPG, 1 kg of gobar gas, like that. And what is the unit of measuring it? Calorific value is expressed in terms unit called kilojoules per kg. kj means what? Kilojoules. What is joule? Joule is a unit of measuring heat per 1 kg. By heating 1 kg of a fuel, the amount of heat given in terms of kilojoules is called calorific value. Shall we see some of the calorific values of fuels? Okay, certainly we will see it. Here is the list of the calorific values of different fuels. You may note down. And it is a unit of measuring, please note it, kj per kg. Kg means what? Kilogram. Kj means kilojoules. So cow dung cake, usually in the villages they do it, cow dung cake. Its calorific value is 6000 to 8000 kilojoules. Wood 17,000 to 22,000 kilojoule per kg. Coal 25,000 to 33,000 kilojoule per kg. Petrol 45,000 kilojoule per kg. Kerosene 45,000 kilojoules per kg. Diesel 45,000 kilojoules per kg. All the three are the same calorific value. Then you have methane 50,000 kilojoule per kg. CNG, what is CNG? Anybody? Compressed natural gas that they use especially in Delhi, cities like Delhi they use it. 50,000 kilojoules per kg. LPG 55,000 kilojoule per kg. Biogas 35,000 to 40,000 kilojoule per kg. Hydrogen 1,50,000 kilojoule per kg. This list, if you see, this is the highest, hydrogen, but still it is not used in daily life. Why? Because it is a combustible gas. There are some dangers, and to make it danger free is a costly affair. That's why even though it has got a high calorific value, it is not used in daily life. Only special occasions they use it. So this is a fuel that is being burnt. So this is the amount of energy that is released. Okay. Now let us see what are the harmful products. So here is a man having a kerchief in hand. What is he going to do? He is going to sneeze or he is going to cough. Why does it happen? Increasing fuel consumption has harmful effect on the environment. So by burning the fuels, there are good also, but there are some dangers also. Carbon fuels like wood, coal, petroleum, etc. on burning release dangerous pollutants causing respiratory diseases such as asthma. So here is a person who is having some respiratory problem like cough, cold, asthma, wheezing, all those things. And that is because of the burning of carbon fuels. Then incomplete combustion of these fuels gives carbon monoxide gas, which is very, very poisonous. Therefore, nowadays, two-wheelers are using one nose mask. In cities, you might have seen it, because they are exposed to carbon monoxide gas, which is a poisonous one. Okay. What are these? This you can find in Raichur. How many are from Raichur? Yeah. This is burning of coal to production of electricity. Coal is to be burnt. While burning coal, you have carbon dioxide gas coming out. And what happens if the carbon dioxide is more in the atmosphere? It leads to what is called as global warming. What is global warming? Rise in the temperature of the atmosphere. And what happens due to that? This results in a melting of polar glaciers, which leads to rise in the sea level, causing floods in the coastal areas. So, as all of us know, in Himalayas, for example, or in the Arctic, Antarctic regions, or northern part of Russia, northern part of America, Greenland, all that, lot of ice is there. Correct? There will be huge mountains of ice. And if the temperature of the earth is increased, these ice will start melting out. And if they start melting out, what happens? It flows in the rivers. And when they go into the rivers, there will be sudden rains in the river water. The level of river water rises suddenly. That leads to floods, causing floods, especially North Indian rivers like Ganges, Yamuna, etc. There will be sudden floods in the rivers. that is due to melting of ice. During combustion of the fuels, excess of carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere, and this is the cause of global warming. That means temperature of the earth globe will increase by 2 degree, 3 degree, etc. So this rise in temperature causes lot of trouble for the habitation. It may be for human beings, it may be for plants or animals, birds and all. This will affect all of them. And also one more danger is about acid rain. This is what is called acid rain. This is a funny figure. Don't think it is a real one. Here is a mouse carrying an umbrella. And what does it show? It is avoiding this acid rain. So one more danger of this burning of fuels is acid rains. So oxides of sulfur means what? It may be sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, etc. And oxides of nitrogen, namely nitrogen peroxide, etc. So that when they burn, during the burning of coal and diesel, etc. So coal and diesel on burning, coal will give carbon dioxide also, and diesel will give sulfur dioxide also, and all these dissolve in rainwater. So what happens? When these oxides dissolve in water, they form respective acids. For example, sulfur dioxide forms sulfurous and then sulfuric acid. Nitrogen peroxide forms nitric acid. And these acids will fall onto Earth's surface like this. Okay? And what happens? It will fall on the plants, animals, birds, even humans also. So it will cause what is called as acid rain. The rainwater actually is supposed to be the purest form of water, but rainwater will invariably contain these acids, which will lead to acid rain. And this acid rain is very harmful for crops, buildings and soil also. You might have heard about Taj Mahal, one of the beautiful buildings, one of the wonders of the world. That also is affected due to the polluted atmosphere. So beautiful buildings are affected, crops are affected, soil also is affected. When the acid fall into the soil, the quality of the soil also will be affected. So that is what you can find the danger in the acid rain. For example, CNG auto rickshaws in Bangladesh. So in Bangladesh, one of the most populated city in the populated city, and there what they use is CNG. Even Delhi also, one of the most polluted city, and that's why they use compressed natural gas instead of diesel and petrol, because it produces a very small amount of harmful products. Especially there will not be smoke at all. Okay, and nowadays they are replacing by electricity, and there will be no smoke at all. And then they also are trying experiments are going on about solar cars, solar two-wheelers and so on. Shall we pass on to home assignment? Yeah, what are the characteristics of a good fuel? It's difficult to burn a heap of green leaves, but dry leaves catch fire easily. Why? Define the terms: calorific value, global warming, acid rain. Okay? Shall we see what Bhagwan Baba says? Bhagwan Baba says, art is outside, Heart is inside. Be artificial and not artificial. So when you draw a art, no, you should put your mind and heart to it. Suppose you are drawing a figure of Krishna or a lingam or Bhagwan Baba, whatever it is. You have to put your mind and heart. Means with all interest you must do it, correct? And it should come from the heart. And our behaviors also should be artificial, not with show. With show means artificial, like a drama. So this artificial relationship will be long lasting, encouraging, is it not? Okay, try to answer the home assignment. Come prepared. Thank you.